Okay, this is one of the toughest, I think the toughest skill in the first unit. And it's called trends in categorical data. Um, and often what you're doing is going between kind of a relative frequency and just a plain frequency table and being able to figure out or infer filling out one of the two kinds of tables. So here, the situation is Tyler is bored in history class and he's staring at ceiling tiles and he starts recording whether they're square or rectangular and how many are bright white or off white. Okay. And he kind of fills in this table. And he does this and he creates a relative frequency table, which is right here. So we have those two pieces of information. Um, and you see things have not been filled out for the relative frequency table or the frequency table because he tore the paper up real quick and he can't read some of his numbers anymore. So we have to between the information that we have on the frequency table and the relative frequency table, we have to be able to fill in the frequency table. And I think they ask us one thing on the relative frequency table. Okay. So we see we have the first column about the square. We know enough about the square tiles. There's 48 of them total, 25 are bright white, and 23 are off white. We don't really know about the rectangular tiles though. But if we go to the frequency table, um, so for the frequency table, we know that 40%, right, um, in the column, 40, since this is the column percentage, right, 40% of the tiles are going to be, of the rectangular tiles are going to be off white. Okay. And we know that we have 10 off white rectangular tiles. Okay. So if 40% of the column total is 10, we should be able to figure out the column total. Okay. Does that make any sense? We know the column, we know these are supposed to be, these 10 tiles are supposed to be 40% of the total. So then we should be able to figure out how many total tiles there are. 10 should be 40% of some number. And here is just my work on that. Okay. 10 divided by some number, that's the total number of tiles, is equal to 40%. So then I just cross multiply. X times 0.4x is 0.4x. Then divide both sides by zero point 0.4, and I get that x is equal to 25. So I can't actually fill this in here because this is just a screenshot that the student sent me. I can't actually fill this in here, but this should be 25, okay? Which of course makes this 15, okay? So this should be 15. And then we can get the row totals just by adding what 15 to 25. That should be 40. And then we said this is 25 here, right? 48 plus 25, that is what, 73? Yeah, 73. That should be the total there. And then they want to know what the row percentage is for the off-white rectangular. So that would just be 10, right, divided by 33. So that should be some decimal pretty close to 1/3, a little bit less than 1/3, or 0.33. So probably around, I don't know, 31, 32% should be the answer here. So I hope that helps a little bit. Again, these are tough problems, but if you can get them right, you have deep, deep understanding of the relationship between frequency and relative frequency.